Hi, Jana. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes behind on sending this, but hopefully everything's all situated and everything's clear for you. If not, you can, of course, call me, text me, email me, whatever is easiest for you. So I want to make sure I thoroughly explain everything so that you feel great about teaching it tomorrow while I'm not with you. And yeah, so week two, day two, we're going to start with word study. So students will learn how to apply the silent E syllable rule. So just to recap, and there's six syllable types. They know open and close, just those two. Today they're going to learn the third one, which is silent E. So here is what that rule is. So silent E has a story called Mommy E. And Mommy E's deal is that she always expects her children, aka the superheroes, the superhero vowels, to be polite. So, like when they introduce themselves or meet new people, they need to say their name. Hi, I'm A, or whatever. So, whenever she's around, she says to them, say your name. Um, and she doesn't like to repeat herself. So, once she says that, she covers her mouth. And so we don't hear from her. So, an example of this would be in the word date. Okay. Mommy E is always going to be at the end, and she's going to point her finger, that's her little crooked finger, to her child and say your name. So this should be pronounced D-8. And then remember, she covers her mouth so we don't hear from her. This is also true just anytime Mommy E is one letter away from one of her children. So even if she's not at the end of the word, if she's one letter away from her child, she'll still do the same thing. And then you would tell them if Mommy E isn't there, like in this made up word, they're going to make their short, lazy sound, that take a break sound. And you would tell the kids, that makes sense because anytime our mom's not around, we kind of slack off, right? So you would do your relax or your break sound. So instead of date, that would be dat, dat. Then you would give them some example words. So, for example, you would say, all right, this is the word date, and I know it's date because blah blah. How would we pronounce this word? How would we pronounce this word? How would we pronounce this word? X Y Z. And then maybe you could have them for a couple of the words too. Doesn't matter which ones. Maybe three of them. You would say, okay, if Mommy E wasn't on the word note, what would it say? And they'd say not. And if you'd say, okay, if Mommy E wasn't on the word make, what would it say? Mac. So that's how that's going to roll. Um, and then you are going to do your phonemic awareness drill, exact same as normal, nothing special there. And then this is our syllable study. We've done the sheets very similar to this before. So same as always, when you see me do it, they're going to fill in their notes and they're going to divide the syllables in a word. Let me show you. So here you would have, let me at the end of this um, make you some notes so you don't have to be stressed about remembering what needs to go there. Let's see here. Teacher copy. Silent E makes the vowel, and then we're going to put say its name. I'm not doing a very good job of that, am I? And then this means that silent E will always make the other vowel have a long sound. Okay. There are many jobs of silent E. By the way, that's Mommy E. One of the most important is to make sure English words do not end in the letters. And then that's this cheat right here. So English words never end in I, U, or V. So this would be I, U, and V. Now, every year there's the child that says, well, I know some words that end in I. So, for example, spaghetti ends in I. But then that's a great teaching moment because you go, but that word is not an English word. It's an Italian word. But this rule applies to English words. So anytime you have a word that ends with the, um, it needs mommy E as a protector, but it doesn't work the same way sometimes. So for example, this word right here, sorry, it's kind of hard to see, have, H-A-V-E. Now that's making its lazy sound, ah. You might say, Miss Horn, that's not how the rule goes. Mommy E is supposed to make this state its name. And I would tell the kids, that's true, but this word is saying have because that's what we want it to say. But it needs E at the end because English words don't end in V. So that's why even though we pronounce this as have, it had to end in a V. So kind of a complicated add-on there, but you'll find a way. Okay, let's see here. Maybe let's take this one out for them tomorrow. That might be too much. Okay, so just for your knowledge, I'm gonna syllabicate Vitbrone. All right, same process as they did last week, right? So let me put Vitbrone on my sheet here. All right, so they would, like that chart on the window, find the vowels, vowel, vowel. And this is a great teaching moment because you'll say, now notice Miss Horn didn't put a vowel under E. That's because we only give the vowel label to the vowels that we can hear. And we know mommy E never repeats herself. We can never hear her. So no matter if you knew this word or not, you should know that E is not going to be heard because it's at the end of the word. So we never label vowels that we cannot hear. Now they'd make their bridge. C, C, C. So right now I have V, C, 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 V, which is pattern number 4. So I'm going to chop V, C, big chop, C, C, V. I have 2 syllables. And then now you're going to tell them, now we're going to label each one, remember? So we have to isolate it 1 syllable at a time. And so just like you saw me do last week, I would do it like this. So guys, we're pretending like Vit is the only word on the entire board, okay? And I'd say, okay, which one of our 3 syllables is this? Is it silent E syllable? Is it closed or is it open? It's closed, Miss Malcolm. So then you'd go, okay, label that as closed. And now we're going to cover up Vit. So the only thing they see is brone. So I'd say, okay, same thing. Is this silent E, a silent E syllable, a closed syllable, or an open syllable? And I would say, oh, it has an mommy E at the end, so this must be silent E. And we're going to label that as S-E. And then, of course, you'd have them try to pronounce each syllable and put it together. Then they would do their own word, which will be here. Okay, I hope all of that is good to go. Okay, see if there's anything I want to fix here before I drop this. This needs to get updated. Shiboogie. And update that. Shiboogie. All right, am I forgetting anything? I did want to go ahead and add to up here silent E or mommy E makes the other vowels say this means that silent E, mommy E, Will always make the other vowel have a long sound. There are many jobs of talent. E. Mommy. E. Okay, I think all of that looks good. I hope that was straightforward. And by the way, that's hyperlinked here, and I've printed it for you too. I'd love to be able to do this, but I don't think they're going to have time. So I'll probably chop that. Okay. All right, I'm going to cut this video here just because of length, and I'll pick up on slide number 9.